Good morning, everyone!
I'm Paolo de Rosario. Let's get you up to speed with some news that you could use right now.
Happy Thursday, beautiful people. I'm Asis-Carilo. Monique Tizon is taking the time off. Join us in the next hour for stories and inspiring moments on the show that are truly unforgettable.
It does not help na wala si Mo ngayon. I am alone in this funless journey of ours. Pero alam
I'm
mo,
so sorry. But where is Mo?
Where is
People
Mo?
are wondering.
That is a great question.
Yes.
So we can only feed you fake news with regards kung saan si Mo. I am guessing nasa Thailand siya ngayon.
Yeah.
Hinahanap niya si Mudeng.
Or she got so exhausted by memorizing the Mudeng song in 3 different languages.
Actually, kino-choreograph niya yung sayaw ni Mudeng, okay? In all 4 languages, 4 choreographies din yan.
4 languages pala.
Oo.
Yeah. And you know what? Kasi I asked you, di ba, do they already have a music video? Baka yun yung she's preparing for that.
That's what Mo is doing. So Mo, wherever you are, we just like to let you know that we are excited to see your choreography and music video for the official Mudeng music music song.
Thank you, Mo, for choosing Mudeng over us today. Thank you so much.
All right, so let's get things going first because, of course, there's still a lot of news that they could use.
That's right. Let's check out the roads during this rush hour. Let's check on the situation along Commonwealth Avenue in Quezon City. Ooh, on the left side of your screens are vehicles going to Sandigan Bayan. Still a breeze on that lane, save for the counterflow for vehicles going to UP Diliman or the Quezon City Circle. On the right side of your screens are vehicles going to Quezon Memorial Circle. You are going to slow things down at this time. Traffic is already building up. Let's head on over to EDSA Guadalupe. Northbound on the left side are vehicles going to Shaw Boulevard. On the right side are vehicles headed to Makati. So both lanes, still a good time to drive. So again, like I always say, leave home early to avoid unnecessary delay. The expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in place since it's Thursday. Vehicles with license plates ending in 7 and 8 should be off the road right about now till 10 a.m. and again later from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Now, we were talking about choreography a while ago, and it's just a great segue to our guests here today because we couldn't be prouder to have our guest live with us this morning, the leading professional classical and contemporary dance institution in the Philippines, Ballet Philippines.
Now, as they welcome the Christmas season, they share with us what they have in store. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of the best principal dancers, Jemima Reyes and Ian Ocampo, and Kathleen Liechtenstein, President and CEO of Ballet Philippines. Kathleen, Jemima, and Ian, good morning.
Good morning, Anne. Good morning, Paolo.
Thank you very much for being here. Alam ko medyo maaga, and we're not asking you to dance naman early this morning.
No naman,
so,
no naman.
yeah, we're good with that. Pero una sa lahat, Kathleen, congratulations. 55 years, Ballet Philippines, your emerald year. First off, just how proud are you guys of this achievement and how strong is the company going in their 55th year?
To be 55 years in this part of the world is not only amazing, but it's a feat, actually. And, you know, in a third world country, to have a ballet company.
Yes.
I must say we're going stronger. We've really put our interest and our attention towards global standardization of dancing, and we're going there as fast as we can. As fast as we can, Grand Jete.
And of course, at the same time, you also have the principal dancers here. Now, for those who are not well-versed sa ballet world, kapag sinabi nila principal dancers, Jemima, what does that mean to be a principal dancer para sa Ballet Philippines?
Yes.
To be a principal dancer is like the highest rank in a company. So you have the principal dancer, the soloist, the demi-soloist, company members, and the apprentices. So that's to be a principal dancer.
Iyan ang feeling naman to be a principal dancer para sa Ballet Philippines because again, the honor of being the principal dancer of an institution like a Ballet Philippines na medyo 55 years old. You don't look 55 naman. I just want to clarify that. But how does it feel being the principal dancer of the Ballet Philippines?
Well, of course, it's an honor to be part of Ballet Philippines. Not only be part, but also be a principal ballet dancer of Ballet Philippines. It's humbling, and also I'm grateful that I'm here because not only hindi siya normal na ginagawa ng tao, pero
Right.
nandito lahat tayo para mag-perform.
Yeah.
Hindi siya normal, especially for male dancers.
Yeah, and grabe yung disiplina nila, by the way.
We were talking about that in the makeup room a while ago. That it's good that Ian is here too, because when you talk about ballet, usually people think female dancers.
Yeah, naka-gender siya para sa
Yes,
babae.
yes,
Oo.
yeah. So it's good that Ian is here representing the male ballet dancers in the country. I'm curious, how many years before you get to that level? Principal
Baka iba yung
dancers.
sagot nila eh.
Sige, for Ian. For
Ian, ikaw
yeah,
muna.
Yeah.
Well, it varies. Depende rin sa level of talent. It's not different from any form of art or sport.
Okay.
Depende sa level of talent and the work that you put in. So me being a principal ballet dancer, I was promoted for quite some time na. Pero
Okay.
ayun.
Alright, yan na lang. He's not giving us any
Wala
numbers.
wala. How about you, Jemima?
Baka humble siya, I don't know.
Oo,
Jemima,
but-
mayabang ka ba?
Si Jemima, I learned a fun fact about Jemima. She started ballet since she was 3 years old.
Wow, yung baby ballet
Oh,
pa.
yeah.
Well, I got into the company in 2011, and then I started doing principal roles in 2019 na.
Okay.
So,
Process.
but during that time, I think it's always like different. Sometimes there's ranking, and then sometimes there's not. So, you're kind of like the principal dancer if you start doing principal roles or
Yeah.
soloist roles. So it was honestly just last season that we had this truly
okay.
you're the principal dancer, like
Okay,
that, like
okay.
clear.
Talaga, it takes years and literally more than
A
10
lot of
years for a
practice.
lot of people, especially kasi you start early. Ballet starts really, really early, around 3 years old, mga baby ballet. But Kathleen, I want to go back to you because I want to talk about the leadership and, of course, the direction this company is going. Because you personally already have you're among the awardees for the 2023 most influential Filipino women in the world.
Congratulations.
You also do a lot of things with business, a lot of things with art. Bakit Ballet Philippines? Why is this one of your passions and something that you really want to lead forward?
I think when I was 3 years old, I read a book about Anna Pavlova,
Yeah.
one of the greatest dance ballerinas in the world. And that was a point where it changed my life. I got into ballet then on, and I've been going around the world to watch the ballet. And then I think the president of Ballet Philippines was Maan Antiveros. And knowing that, she asked me to be in the board. Ako naman, the CCP, I think that was where my first date happened at the Nutcracker.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where my children grew up, watching the shows, ballets, opera. And so I said, okay, why not?
Yeah.
Not knowing the job that goes with it.
Okay.
It's not only, I think, about arts. It's basically about business,
Yeah.
about
Management.
how you make the company stand proud and strong, stronger. So
And you have a program here called the Ballet Brigade as well. I'm not quite sure how we could describe it. How would you describe yung Ballet Brigade?
Ballet Brigade is the heart of Ballet Philippines.
Yes.
Ballet
Okay.
Philippines has always been about dancing, about the dancers and all. But we do have a heart, and that is giving to the community. And
okay.
this Ballet Brigade is very, very different in a sense that we are reaching out to the what you call indigenous children, tribal children.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because, children needs to be taught what's good and what's bad. It's
Yeah.
not that we want to corrupt or disrupt their culture.
Yeah.
We just want to entwine with them and inspire them of what's there in the world.
Yeah.
So we show them what's ballet, and we teach them the fundamentals of
Yeah.
ballet.
Oh,
And we just came last weekend, Jemima, Ian, from the Atas of Negros, and we teach them this is how we dance.
Yeah.
And then we ask them, so what do you dance?
Yeah. So
Teach
para may
us.
cultural exchange.
Yeah, teach us. And so they would be dancing together, and that's the most heartwarming thing.
Yeah.
And of course, we always say that, you know what, in 10, 15 years time, 20 years time, if one of these indigenous children comes to us, or even just say that, hey, I am now what I am. I'm a teacher, a clerk, a nurse, whatever. I'm a policeman, a police woman. Because at one point, when I was a little girl, a little boy,
She remembers
I
it.
saw this ballet brigade, and I thought I can reach out for my dreams.
Yeah.
So that's
Perfect.
all. And that's it. That's what we want to do.
Yeah.
That's the heart of Ballet Philippines.
Aside from Ballet Brigade, what are the other advocacies that Ballet Philippines has?
We have also the Barangay Ballet, where we teach the community
Yeah.
how to, especially the street children. And then we have scholarships, of course. We do give out scholarships to those potential dancers. You can spot them, and if they're willing, of course, we're there. Scholarships, and we have also for the dancers, career path for them, for instance.
Yeah.
Because dancing is a very short span of your life.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to prepare the dancers
Yeah.
what they want to be on the next journey of their lives.
Yeah,
And, we
and
do that.
and speaking of next journey, of course, the next journey for the two of you is the fact that you're dressed the way you are. Kasi
Yes.
you're gonna have a production of Peter Pan very soon, and again, principal roles there. We have Peter Pan and Wendy. That's not what they wear every day, po. That's literally part of the show. I just want to clarify that. Pero Ian, first of all, the preparation. How has it been? How excited are you to be playing this role? If I'm not mistaken, it is a original music, revamped libretto, and the choreography as well. Can you give us a look behind the scenes? Kamusta naman yung preparation ninyo?
It's very physically strenuous, and also
Di nga.
for most people na hindi maalam sa ballet is very athletic. Hindi siya nalalayo din sa basketball,
Yeah.
soccer, especially with men.
Yeah.
Because we always stay up in the air.
Yeah. Can I just say I took ballet for like a while.
Wow.
Just because of my theater background, we had to do ballet classes from time to time. And
Okay.
yung disiplina ng mga lalaki doon,
Super challenging
it
talaga.
is no joke. I've been to basketball practices, pero yung disiplina ng mga male ng may ballet, ibang klase talaga. Pero Jemima, on you na right now, because you mentioned that last season ka lang nag-principal role, right? So when you have when you have this new show coming up, I know that you're one of the principals, may dagdag pressure ba yon? Like what goes through your mind when you're preparing to be one of the lead roles as a principal for a company like Ballet Philippines?
Well, I started doing principal roles maybe 2018, but then to do a principal role with a title that is actually you're a principal dancer.
Yeah.
I always tell this to him. You know, it's like a lot of pressure that you have to, let's say you've done a performance, and then the next time you're doing a lead role, like you always want to outdo yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like you always want to improve the last role because I always tell him, ayoko magsawa yung tao sa akin. And I always want to give that performance, always better, always improving, always a better version of what I've done from the previous performance. So it's always, it's a pressure, but I like it.
You know,
I like the pressure.
We're gonna talk a bit more about that later on because we're not done with them yet, Kira.
Oh, okay. Yes, because we have a lot of questions for you guys in a bit, but we've got more stories for you later on the show. Don't go away. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. We're still here with Ballet Philippines. But before we go talk to them again, let's give you some more news that you could use. Let's go first to our weather report. Now, you can expect some hot and cold days for today's conditions. Pag-asa says the northeast monsoon or amihan is affecting the extreme northern Luzon. And for the rest of the country, stay hydrated and prepare your sunscreen if possible, with the easterlies prevailing as the dominant weather condition. Now, we're still relatively storm-free, thank goodness. Now, based on Pag-asa's tropical cyclone outlook, that will be the case. But do expect scattered rains and thunderstorms later on the day. Now, tune in to Weather HQ at 9 a.m. for more weather updates only here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel. Now, shifting on to some serious business, and take it away.
The Office of the Vice President's Chief of Staff, Zuleika Lopez, had been cited in contempt during the House probe into OVP's budget. In a letter to the Commission on Audit, the OVP asked the agency to refrain from giving the House the audit observations on the OVP's expenses. During the committee's hearing on Wednesday, ACT Teachers Party List Representative Franz Castro moved to cite Lopez in contempt for undue interference. Lopez will be detained at the House of Representatives for 5 days.
The family of Mary Jane Veloso is overjoyed now that they have a chance to reunite with her after over a decade. President Bongbong Marcos announced Wednesday that Veloso is coming home, thanking his Indonesian counterpart for their, quote, goodwill. In an interview on BNC's Agenda, Mary Jane's mother, Celia, talked about her plans for her daughter's impending homecoming.
Namin na uuwi na po si Merlin, ililipat po dito sa Pilipinas. Masaya po kami. Wala po ako alam ihanda dahil kundi yung paborito niya lang na adobong baboy.
Mary Jane Veloso was arrested in Yogyakarta, Indonesia back in 2010 for carrying heroin in her suitcase. But the Foreign Affairs Department clarifies there are no final terms yet, nor a written agreement on the supposed looming transfer of the detained OFW. Now, as we mentioned a while ago, we're still here with Ian, Jemima, and Kathleen of Ballet Philippines. Once again, thank you very much for joining us. We were talking a bit about the production of Peter Pan coming up. Kathleen, I want to ask about that first. So why Peter Pan in your 55th year? I'm not sure about the creative process with regards to selecting the works that you will produce.
You know, Peter Pan, it always been about life, joys, and family, and we thought, why not? It's always been loved by the family, and Christmas is always a family celebration. So everybody can come and join and watch the show. Mostly also, it's because it's about really, it's like a family tradition of caring for each other. You know, Wendy comes in, takes care of her naughty brothers, and about boys not wanting to grow up and getting discipline and all that. So it's just really one of those traditional Filipino at heart.
So how are you retelling the story of Peter Pan? Because this is set in England, right? The classic tale of Peter Pan. How are you retelling it to connect to the Filipino audience?
We are retelling the story as the story goes.
Yeah.
We do not reinvent the
you
wheel.
don't take liberties with
yes.
that.
That's how this ballet is going to be. It's very classical in discipline and forms. Just that the values are always there. The good values. We've always highlighted those. And the setting would always be London. Where Peter Pan flew over the city. And the morals of the story, the values, is always, I think it's international, no?
Yeah.
I have a hard question for these two.
Sige.
Jemima, because performing in ballet is a bit different in the sense that you're playing a character, but you're not really saying anything. Everything's done with your bodies. Everything's done with the way that you perform with regards to yung aura nyo, yung projection ninyo. How do you bring out the character of Wendy na kilala ng lahat? Everyone knows about the story of a Wendy. How do you translate that character to the stage?
It's always first knowing how old she is. You know, usually it's how old she is. what kind of family she comes from, what is she saying. So we have to bring that out through our mimes. So like really body language. And ballet kasi, there are a lot, it's like a sign language.
Yeah.
So every hand gesture or like step means something.
Yeah.
So that's how it's different each time for each character. And you know how you also put your makeup on and like this,
Yeah.
our costume, how we look on stage.
By the way, can I just say, naka-point na siya.
Oh, no. Yeah, see?
Naka-point siya as she's touching
Actually,
the floor.
even Ian.
Yeah,
see?
not Ian as much because naka-points na siya. If we can zoom in on her feet, like, yan na yung default position ng paa niya. Okay, I think we're gonna get a little zoom in. There, tingnan niya yan. There at the bottom, that's exactly how they should stand. Kung pwede natin tanggalin yan. Nakita na natin ngayon. Alright, not the same here for Ian, but it just goes to show ballet is life talaga. But Ian, again, Peter Pan, that role, napakakulit. Let's be fair. The role of Peter Pan is it's not. He's a wild character, but ballet is such a disciplined. It's a disciplined art form. How do you put that together?
Well, for me, my preparation was a very in-depth character study. Because for me, if you're gonna portray a very giddy child, it wouldn't translate into my physical look.
Yeah.
Because I look like a man already. So
Talaga?
I took I took it to a different route. So I watched a couple of movies.
Yeah.
Also the musical version. So I would have a proper understanding on how I would want to portray it.
Okay. When you think of Peter Pan, what do you think of? Like which movie, do you think of the most?
Oh no, I always think of the Disney
You think of the
rendition.
Disney one?
Yeah.
Nalala ko si Robin Williams eh.
Exactly.
And I have a feeling that's what he was
That's
talking
what I
about.
watched.
Oo.
That's how I.
Si Hook. Sa Hook.
So that Peter Pan.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. What about that role do you want to bring out? Because you're tama ka. You say you look like a man. Robin Williams was an older version of Peter
Yes.
Pan.
Yes. Sorry. What's
So
the
what
question?
what part of his role did you wanna bring out sa performance mo?
More than I didn't copy it or for in the literal sense, but the nuance or the aura that he gives. That's what I got.
Okay, I get that.
And you know what? I found out also that Jemima and Ian have known each other since they were high school.
Ito, personalan na tayo.
Alam mo na yung mga the showbiz questions in interviews
Okay, let's
always
go.
come from me. Showbiz, Kathleen. So, I hope it's okay, no? Kasi I didn't know that they were together. Does this help in building your chemistry on
Actually.
stage? And how is your relationship on stage and off stage?
You know, honestly, it's
This.
funny. We're not gonna be partners for this show because he will be partnering the taller girls.
Yeah.
So we have other casts. There are 4 Wendy's.
Yeah.
So he will be partnering the other casts. Although when we work on stage, we fight a lot. No,
Bakit?
it's
Why? Yeah.
No,
Ian,
because
defend yourself.
okay.
I think it's different when your partner on stage is also partner in real life because sometimes you're too comfortable, so you don't mince words sometimes. So it gets uncomfortable sometimes. But pag naparating mo na yung point mo, mas madali kasi yung trabaho eh. So it makes the job easier.
Kapag professional talaga.
Yes.
Oof. Jemima, is that true?
Yes, and also because maybe we're both principal dancers and we want certain things done, like our way maybe. So we have our own, in a way, in a sense, parang system ba, like that. So that's how we are on stage, or not on stage, like during the process. On stage, of course, it's just, happy, relaxed. But
Yeah.
it's always there, even if your partner on stage is not your real life partner.
Yeah.
That really happens.
Yeah. And I'm going to try a showbiz question.
Sige, go.
Try ko lang, okay? Can you differentiate yung chemistry ninyo on stage and off stage? How different is it?
Can you be the first one?
Na-pressure bigla!
Nahihirapan sila, may
Oh, that's
seconds of
so
silence,
good.
di ba? I love this.
I think that's one.
Hala!
I think that's one of the upsides if your partner on stage is your partner in real life,
Yeah.
because you don't have to act it out. It comes out naturally.
Yung
But,
chemistry.
but what if magkaaway kayo on stage?
Ah,
Oo nga.
you have to be professional, of course.
Look at Jemima, oh. Parang nangyari na.
Oh my goodness. Or Jemima, your thoughts on that?
No, it's funny if, like, let's say, if that's happening, if ever. Nakakatawa kasi we have to transform, and then he's gonna laugh at how sweet my smile is on stage when we know that it's not really how it is, like off stage. So parang matatawa na lang kami. He calls me like, wow, sweet girl.
Wow.
Sweet
cute.
girl, but not really.
Kasi may may stage smile siya eh.
Oo.
Oo, diba? Ganun talaga.
So pag
Grabe.
nag-date sila, ganyan din yung feet nila, no?
Ha?
Yeah.
No, maybe.
When they go out on dates,
No,
diba, no?
I actually don't know. I don't want to ask Kathleen.
Kathleen, hindi mo naman sila pinag-partner.
No, but
We have 5 shows kasi.
Yeah.
And every
Okay.
shows, there are different cast.
yeah.
So sila, hindi ata na partner.
Yes.
Bakit kaya?
So for those who want to go check it out, I believe you can go and see the details of Peter Pan on their website, as well as on social media, and of course, I believe it'll be in Soler.
In Soler, and we're going to bus load ATAS from Zambales, and it's going to be the
Oh, that's
first time
nice.
they're going to be in a ballet show. So we're really excited about it. The impact that it's going to give to their lives.
Yeah.
Diba? It's yeah. And we're going also to be in Tawi-Tawi and in Zamboanga
Yeah.
for the Tausog and the Badjao for our ballet.
First of all, I
brigade.
think it's really great that you're reaching out to indigenous
Thank you.
peoples with
Yes.
regards to trying to spread the love that is ballet. But do you have any message to those who are wanting to try ballet, pursue ballet more seriously out there? What, do you have any words that you
Nako,
can give?
if you want to dance, please do it. Because if you reach for that dream, mas fulfill yung life mo. And there are ways of doing it. Hindi mo masabing, I can't afford it. Our family's gonna be bad in that aspect. No, there are always ways how to do it. Ballet Philippines is there. Just knock on our doors, audition. If you're good, why not?
Yeah.
And you can be actually a ballerina at any point in your life.
Ayun. And you were asking a while ago.
I was asking her off-air, di ba, is ballet something that you can learn as an adult or kailangan during your childhood
Nako, Ann, you
years?
ask me that, I can be whatever I want to be, at whatever age.
okay. So
Except
it's your
that
determination.
I cannot be a prima ballerina. Because you really need time.
Yeah.
You need at least 8 years or
Okay.
more to be in a certain standard of
Yeah.
balletic
Yeah.
Okay.
movements.
Okay.
But why not? You can be, you can dance
Pao,
ballet.
you heard that from
Pao,
Kathleen
you can do
herself?
that.
Thank you
Yeah.
so
Ballet
much,
Philippines
Ian,
President.
Jemima,
Thank you,
and Kathleen, for being with us today. No, but seriously, maraming salamat. First of all, congratulations on your
Thank you.
55 years. And a good break a leg for Peter Pan coming up very soon in December. You can catch that in the theater at Soler. So make sure you go check on social media how to get your tickets with regards to that. So maraming salamat, Ballet Philippines. Thank you very much for being here.
so much.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to move on and we're going to ask, how are you planning to organize your Christmas parties this year? That as the government tells its agencies to keep things simple. Following the recent spate of calamities, that discussion when It's a Beautiful Day returns.
Welcome back. back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Now, time for the news. Bicol is getting much needed help after a string of typhoons battered the region. The Tabang Bicol Tindog Aragon will roll out starting today until Saturday, November 23rd. House Speaker Martin Romualdez will lead the relief efforts in calamity-hit communities. He is also expected to meet with former Vice President Leni Robredo. Aside from the distribution of relief goods, financial assistance payouts will also be made available.
Moving on to sports, Gilas Pilipinas is back in action for the second window of the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. The men's national team will face New Zealand tonight at 7:30 p.m. at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. Naturalized star Justin Brownlee leads a 12-man pool for this particular window, which also includes 8-time PBA MVP Junmar Fajardo and Japan-based players Kai Soto and Dwight Ramos. Gilas will next face Hong Kong on Sunday, November 24, still at the MOA Arena. Gilas men last saw action in February, where they completed dominant victories against Hong Kong and Chinese Taipei. Still on Gilas Pilipinas, more Gilas updates as San Miguel Sports Director Al Francis Chua takes on the role as Program Director and Team Manager for the men's and youth teams. The Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas or SBP made the announcement Wednesday. Chua served as Gilas team manager during the team's historic gold medal run in the Asian Games last year.
The Education Department has called it Keep Christmas Parties Simple this year. DepEd told its officials, regional officers, and school heads to tone it down a notch with celebrating the holidays. The department also ordered to save money from the budget and use a big portion of it to donate to typhoon victims. The Philippine National Police, too, says it is also following Malacanang's directive. This after calls from President Bongbong Marcos to help out Filipinos affected by calamities. I agree with this one. Because sometimes our Christmas parties can be too grand.
Yeah.
Diba? We spend so much on company parties especially.
I mean, like company parties, personal parties, there's a lot, of course. At the end of the day, it's a call really to be more empathetic to those who
That's
don't have
right.
as much.
Yes.
Kasi grabe talaga, we had around 4 storms hitting us almost on a weekly basis. Kaya, and a lot of them couldn't even recover from the last one before another storm hit. Kaya you can only imagine them trying to rebuild their lives, and it's just siguro finding a way to really empathize with our countrymen, which I understand, especially coming from the government perspective.
So maybe this year, just half your budget and then the other half donate.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
those
like
who,
there are ways for sure, and I think it's a good call to be empathetic again to those who were affected by the storms.
Pero grabe rin Christmas parties in the Philippines.
Oh
no?
yeah. Party talaga.
We
Ang haba
always
ng
look
Christmas
forward.
season natin eh.
And we always look forward to that. Lagi, like in company parties, there's always like a competition among departments
Yung
performing.
sayawan. Ako, the thing I don't like is that sobrang daming Christmas parties in December usually.
Okay.
Na you know why tumataba ka during the holiday season. Kasi ang dami talaga. No, but then, I don't know, maybe you could reduce your spending and reduce your waistline at the same time.
That's true.
Instead. Oh, diba?
Okay.
So anyway, let's move on to some motoring news. From its debut in 2014, Toyota Motor Philippines is set to expand its iconic Vios race series next year. This time, they may let rival brands join the action. Our mobility correspondent, G. Baroga, takes us to the racetrack.
Toyota Gazoo Racing Philippine Cup closes its 2024 season with 35 Vios race cars on the grid. Drivers come from across the country, all sharing the same love for cars and motorsports. This year's revamped series featured 3 high-octane race weekends, with the final round showcasing a heart-pounding showdown for the season's title. Toyota Motor Philippines President Masando Hashimoto, who's also part of the grid, has had a fantastic season while sharing his hopes for the upcoming year.
We know that this Vios TGR Philippine Cup is one of the biggest racing format among the racing scene. So we want to make it bigger, and then furthermore, we improve this event to gather more people inside. not only Toyota people, but also we can across any other brand as well. That is my dream.
Hashimoto-san's vision is inspired by Japan's Super Taikyo Race series, where motorsports isn't just about winning, but about bringing people together.
So many people gather together and get connected. Not only racers or motorsports members, but also some media or even government officers or suppliers as well. So all the members come together at a racing venue, and then they utilize this, circuit salon as a social or community.
Toyota plans to fuel the future of motorsports with the TGR Philippine Cup, building on its mantra, "We love cars." For BNC Mobility, G. Baroga.
Now, moving on to Giza, because a dog in Giza just added a new trick in the book. Good luck teaching this. Climb the pyramid. Find out the story about the good boy who became an overnight sensation for scaling one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Don't go away. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. The world of sports paying tribute to Rafael Nadal as the Spanish icon takes his final bow from tennis. On Instagram, Filipino teen tennis star Alex Ayala expressed gratitude for the King of Clay for influencing her in more ways than he knows. She also thanked Rafa for setting unbelievable opportunities for kids like her. Alex is a graduate of the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain. Meanwhile, men's world number 3, Carlos Alcaraz, says that while there will be more Davis Cups, there's only one Rafa. Alcaraz also thanked his childhood hero, who he described as the best ambassador possible, who leaves an everlasting legacy. And two-time NBA champion Pau Gasol says it was a privilege to witness Nadal's career firsthand. Gasol also says he values their friendship and that it's time for the tennis superstar to enjoy this new chapter in his life. The 38-year-old Rafael Nadal lost his final career match against his Dutch opponent in the Davis Cup singles event. The 22-time Grand Slam champion is retiring from tennis, citing injuries. Once again, Father Time, undefeated, and I'm going to miss seeing Rafa Nadal, his highlights, his matches. Again, 22-time Grand Slam champion, and it's just an icon of the sport. I mean, like you go back to Agassi, you go and you look at the Williams sisters in women's tennis, and Nadal's definitely in the pantheon for sure.
You know what makes me curious is how do you move on from that chapter of your life when you've been doing it for so many years?
Yeah.
Parang ang hirap, no?
It is. I mean, like you can only imagine how if that's what you've been doing your whole life since you were a child, and all of a sudden you have to change. Hindi lang career path, pero lifestyle mo, diba?
Exactly.
So, again, that's the exciting part. We're gonna see what's up next for Rafael Nadal.
We will be looking forward to that.
Ito rin exciting.
I know. Now take a look at this, guys. A stray dog named Apollo became a tourist draw in Giza after spotted climbing to the top of the Great Pyramid of Khafra. The viral footage was captured by American paragliding enthusiast Alex Lang, who told AFP Apollo was acting like a king. Now, if you're wondering what Apollo might have been doing at the top of the 136-meter monument, he was barking at birds. Ang cute! As Apollo's story goes viral, tourists flock to the pyramids to see not just Apollo, but all the other pyramid puppies who have taken shelter there. Apollo, now a star and soon probably a record holder, is now a hailed champion of local touristry in Giza. Not only that, local animal care groups are now working with the Egyptian government to set up food and water stations for the strays, including camels and horses. Oh, that's so nice. Way to go, Apollo. You know what? I feel like maybe it's a spirit of one of the pharaohs.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Like an old Egyptian royalty coming up there. And it's just so nice to see that, first of all, people cannot climb up the pyramids.
They can.
But dogs can, apparently. And also, ang swerte naman ng paraglider. Imagine mo nag-paraglide ka sa Egypt and then you see a dog sa pyramid.
I know.
Ang grabe talaga.
And he was watching the birds.
Oh, barking at the birds. Galit siya sa
Barking
mga
at the-
ibon.
Oo.
Yan yung matawag mo, determinado talaga. Okay, habulin ko yung ibon na yan. Okay, that's yan yung sinasabi ni
Ayan,
Apollo.
oh, there, look at the video. It's so cute.
There it is. Grabe.
And Apollo is not afraid of heights.
Well, yeah.
Yes,
I don't
yes,
think
yes.
so. Pero
Kasi I
grabe
learned
talaga.
that. I learned also that in Egyptian mythology pala, the canine deities, they represent death and the afterlife. So I was thinking, that's probably one of the pharaoh spirits.
Yeah, kasi kung afterlife,
Diba?
the pyramids are tombs
Yes,
for
yes.
those who may have forgotten their Egyptology. But of course, that is, you know what, and now, may kalaban na si Mudeng? May kalaban na ba si Mudeng? Or is Apollo the next step?
Apollo versus Mudeng. Magkakaroon na rin yan ng song. The
Or-
official.
Oh, in Egyptian naman.
Sige.
Why not?
May
Why
dapat
not?
tayo aralin yan,
Oh,
Pao.
and again, no Mo Tuson here, but then she'll hopefully be back soon with a new choreography for that Mudeng song.
Yeah.
And that's going to be one of our favorite gifts throughout the next weeks. But, guys, remember, you do have to get your gift soon because it's only 34 days to go before Christmas. Ayun yung countdown po natin.
Why are the days going by so fast?
Grabe.
It's crazy.
Are you ready to shop?
No! See, that's always been my answer. Are you ready for Christmas? No. Are you ready to shop? No.
No.
But the malls are ready. They've already changed the mall hours
Yeah.
from 10 a.m. I think they open at 11 and then they close at 10 during the weekdays.
Ako, ready na ako for simple Christmas parties eh.
Speaking of
diba?
Christmas party, I think we have one coming up.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Okay, sige. We'll check that out very soon. But once again, thank you very much for joining us here on It's a Beautiful Day because that is it for us this Thursday, November 21st. Ako po si Paolo del Rosario. Thank you very much for joining us on It's a Beautiful Day.
And I'm Asis-Carilo. Remember to spread joy, love, and kindness all throughout the day. Join us again tomorrow at 7 a.m. only here on
It's a Beautiful Day.